Kraft Mac and Cheese is better than 90s hip-hop. We'll remind you of your childhood without making you feel incredibly old. Kraft Mac and Cheese. Best thing ever.
You stole his phone?
I didn't steal his phone, man.
You took it as collateral?
As a collateral, so I was gonna take it to the police station.
You stole his phone from him as collateral, all right?
I didn't steal, I snatched.
This is the plaintiff, David Adee. He says he drives a cab and took the defendant home one night after a lot of drinking. And when they arrived at his place, the guy got out of the cab without paying and ran off. He chased the guy, grabbed his cell phone as collateral, and that's when he attacked him. The defendant beat him, broke his dental work, and bruised his face. He called the cops. They found the plaintiff hiding in the bushes, arrested him, and he wants his justice here and now. So he's suing for $1,800 for new teeth, lost wages, and emotional distress. This is the defendant, Jeremy Roth. He says he tried to pay the plaintiff with his credit card, but the guy demanded cash. He told him he didn't have any and to wait while he ran upstairs to get some. The plaintiff jumped out of the car, grabbed his cell phone, and they got into a shoving match, and then the cops came. Now the guy's claiming his false teeth came out. Please, he was just defending himself. He's accused of running out on a cabbie.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Milian in our forum, the People's Court.
You seated? Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. David Addy, you are suing Jeremy Roth for $1,800 that you say you are out in lost wages, emotional stress, and dental work based on a scuffle that you had with Mr. Roth. Tell me what happened.
Okay, yeah, Your Honor, it was the night of, it was a Saturday night on July 27, 2012. It was a busy night. We had a big festival in Milwaukee. It's called Brady Street.
It's called what?
Brady Street. Like Tom Brady, you know, the quarterback.
Brady's, okay, gotcha. That did it for me.
So Brady Street Festival, it was a lot. I mean, they closed up like big section of the city, so there's a lot of drinking going on and everything. It was a crazy night. Then I see the defendant right here. He flagged me down. He looks like totally drunk. So I got him home safely. He lives like in a fancy complex.
It's just him alone?
Just him.
Okay.
He got normally, I won't let people, you know, sit in the front. So he just got on the front, I just let him. Okay. So he fall asleep, no problem. So I stopped, I pull up, so I'm waiting for him to pay me. So he got out of the cab, and he said, "Where's my wallet?" I said, "What are you talking about?" I said, "Sir, you need to pay me." Then he exited the cab, and he started walking. So I was following him. I said, "Sir, you need to pay me." He said, "You're not going inside." I said, "I am going with you inside. You need to pay me. And I work hard for my money." He said, "You're not going." Well, luckily, the key wouldn't work. So then he got a phone call. When he got the phone call, and he was almost in.
How much was the fare, by the way?
$25.
Okay.
Which in the same place.
Hold on, it's not your turn yet. Hold on. Go ahead.
$25. So once he's in, I'm screwed, you know. He can laugh at me. He can go me goodbye, you know. It's a glass, door. So luckily the door wouldn't open. Then I think somebody tried to open the door for him. Then I snatched the phone from his hand, and
You stole his phone?
I didn't steal his phone, man.
You took it as collateral?
As a collateral, so I was gonna take it to the police station.
You stole his phone from him as collateral, all right?
I didn't steal, I snatched.
I didn't steal. I need to see if any defendant anywhere charged with robbery says, "I didn't steal, I snatched." Yeah. Okay, so you snatch a phone and
well,
what?
If you look at it, it's
I don't want to argue about it. I just want to know what you did. So you snatch a phone because you didn't want him walking in, and then what happened?
The way I look at it, it's like I have $25, and he put his hand in my pocket. So he took $25.
I know. So you take the phone.
As a collateral.
Okay.
So I proceeded to go back to my cab, because my cab, it was just in the middle of the parking lot. And then I mean, all of a sudden he came after me like from behind. I mean, I had no idea. I had no clue. So he grabbed me, from my neck and choked me, threw my face on the ground, and then he put his knee, against my face, and then I couldn't breathe at that time. And I feel like, because I'm wearing a dental partial, I can feel it like it's getting loose, Plus I couldn't breathe. Then he moved his knee to my chest. Then I had it. I mean, the altercation took like maybe 10, 15 seconds. That's when I threw the phone, because that's it. I was out of it.
Right.
So then he stood up and he told me, you want to take my phone? I'll show you. I'll show you with the bad language. Anyways, he grabbed his phone and he ran away behind the building. There was like nice landscaping, bushes and stuff, and he hid there. That's when I called 911.
So what did the police do?
They came in, they said, what's going on? I told them he's hiding somewhere. All I told them is hiding somewhere. So they all came like with flashlights and everything.
And then how did they find him?
Well, he was hiding in the bushes,
So was he still crouched when the police put
Yeah,
him?
with the flashlight.
Okay, so they see him crouched.
Well, he came out like this,
Oh, he did come out.
Right, like
Okay,
he gave
that's
up,
what- okay. All right.
And then the squads, they split. Then they took his side and I took my side. So I told them exactly what happened.
Okay, can I see the police report?
Absolutely, yeah.
So what happened to, you're suing for $800 for dental work. Tell me about that.
This is my partial right here. It's broke.
Okay.
There's no, it's wasted right now. It's right
Okay,
here.
now nobody
It's
wants
clean.
to touch your dental.
It's
You put it in a cup. Here's a cup. Put it in a cup or something. Okay, do you have dental records from the dentist that shows that he had to replace it because it was
Well,
cracked?
this is from my dentist, actually.
I know. So let me see the dental records. Thank you. Then you're also suing for lost wages.
You have the police report?
Right. This happened around 1 o'clock, and the busy time for us, it was like bar close between 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock. So I have to go to the police station.
Okay,
The defendant
so why
got
are you
arrested.
suing for $500? Are you implying you make $500 in one night?
At that particular night, yes,
Okay, you're gonna have to prove that.
because it's a busy night.
No, I know, but other than saying, other than you saying it, you need to prove it to me. Show me other busy nights where you have receipts that would
Well, it's-
prove,
basically it's a
your
cash bill.
W-2,
Yeah.
something that would prove to me that you make that kind of money in one night.
Well, night driving, Your Honor, is
You
Monday
don't have
through...
proof? Oh my God, I was about to drink my coffee.
Yeah, please.
I thought it was gum for a second. Okay. Okay, I need to see the dental records. Is that this?
That's the bill.
No, I don't want just the bill. I want the dental records. This happened in July. This was in December.
This is, I
okay?
went to get an estimate.
Okay, but I need to have proof that after this event, not 6 months after, which is this, but after this event, as a result of this event, he cracked your. You can't just say it. You got to prove it. I need to have the proof that he cracked your piece. Then, in July, do you have that proof?
It was not cracked. I was wearing it. It was working.
Okay. What happened?
Well, like you said, I flagged him down after getting some drinks over at Birdie Festival.
Were you drunk?
I was.
Okay.
I did
How
have
often
too
do you
much.
stiff cabbies like this?
Never.
Okay. This is your first time?
Well, I didn't try to stiff him in any way. Basically, I didn't get into the front seat. I got into the back seat of the car.
I'm sorry. Why didn't you pay the guy? Because we all know you didn't pay the guy. So why didn't you pay the guy?
Because I left my business card at the last place I was at.
Your business card? What is that? He doesn't want your business card. He wants your money.
Well, right. I wanted to pay with my debit card, which is my business
Oh,
card.
you mean your business credit card?
Right.
I thought you just meant a business card.
Right.
Okay.
And I had another.
You left your business card in the last place you were at. Go
Correct. So basically, I had told him, I'm going to go ahead and go into my place. I'll go get another form of payment for you, either cash or I have another card there for him.
Okay.
So basically,
on. So if that's the case, why couldn't he just accompany you upstairs? Why did there have to be animosity?
I was ready to get to that point. Basically, he was running after me already after I
Running
told him I was
after you?
going to go
Why,
there.
how did you get loose from him? Why would he have to run after you? I don't even understand.
no
Why would
idea.
there be a distance between you and him?
That's why we're here right now.
No, we're here right now because you were trying to stiff him. That's why we're here. Now tell me about how he grabs your phone.
Well, he grabbed my phone, and then basically I asked him what he was doing, and I put him to the ground defending myself.
Oh, defending yourself or getting your phone back?
Both.
I mean, he wasn't attacking you. He had turned around and what?
He said it was kind of a joke. He shouldn't have ran up to me in the first place and then tried to run
No,
away
what
with
did he
my
do
phone.
once he took your phone away?
What did he do? He basically started walking backwards towards his car.
Towards his car.
So,
He's
yeah.
taking your phone.
Right.
So you stopped him from stealing your phone. I mean,
Correct.
Okay. So how did you stop him?
How did I stop him? I put him to the ground.
Right. And then what, was there restitution in the, did you have a criminal case?
It wasn't criminal. It was just a city ordinance.
What was the city ordinance?
Basically for disorderly conduct and then theft of services or whatever. But
Did you plead guilty?
I did.
And then,
Or actually no contest.
okay,
And then,
you plead no contest, which
correct.
means you are not admitting your guilt, but you want the case to be over with.
Correct.
So, and then the judge made you pay $25?
Well, basically he told us to, we took a timeout and together we were supposed to figure out an amount of money that would basically please him. So
Who's
he can get
we
paid.
took a timeout?
Him and I, David Addy.
Okay,
So-
did you have a lawyer? No.
No.
Okay, so the judge said, why don't you two
I've
work
never
it
heard
out?
of it. I've never heard
Wait,
of it before.
wait. Why don't you two beat the bejesus out of each other a few nights ago, work it out. You guys go outside, let us know how it goes. Okay, are you kidding me?
Well,
Seriously,
that's how it
you guys
was.
were in fist fights.
Well, the
So-
judge said there's 2 policemen over there. There's no way that you guys could get an altercation. So
It's interesting.
I told Mr. Addy that I would give him $100 for, the time lost. I apologize for the situation that happened. I did have too much to drink that night, and I'd like to go ahead and settle
And
up
did
with
you
you
give him
now.
$100?
He wouldn't accept it.
He wouldn't
So
accept
then
it.
the
So
judge
what
said
ended
if-
up happening?
The judge said, now, if you want to accept it, then how much is the cab fee? He said $25. He said you'll get your $25 check, and, if you can't agree on anything else, then that's what it is.
Okay, what is this supposed to be a picture of?
This is the injuries I got, remember, because my face was swollen.
Okay,
And,
you're gonna have to come and show me where the injury is. Come over here.
Okay.
Show me what I should be looking at.
Yeah, because this is the police, a digital camera. So they're the one they take those pictures. So there's one up here, and this is one right here.
Okay, but I'm not seeing it.
Yeah, but this is like the 3rd copy.
If you want to receive $500 for emotional stress, which I assume is because of the beating you say he gave you, I would like to see injury in order to understand that, or a doctor's report. Go ahead and go back to the podium and let me ask you some questions. Did you go to see a doctor after this?
No, ma'am.
See, I got to tell you, let me tell you a couple things. One, you're suing for $800 for dental work. I have to be able to see that any dental work that you received an estimate for was as a result of something that happened in this, quote, attack. You call it an attack. He calls it, I'm trying to get my phone back because he robbed me. Okay. Regardless of which of the two it is, all right, I have to know that this $800 in dental work happened during the attack. What proof of that do you have? Is it in the police report where you say, oh my God, and you pull out? No, it's not. As a matter of fact, it's blatantly lacking from the police report. Is there a dental visit that you paid the next day or 2 days later? No. In fact, that's blatantly missing. The best you have is 6 months later, 5 months later, you go and you've gotten a quote for getting a new bridge. So that's not going to cut it.
Your Honor.
Lost wages, $500 for the night. I ask you if you have any proof that you make $500 a night. You do not. And then $500 for emotional stress. I think that your time is worth something in having to stay there and deal with it if I find that his actions are what caused you to stay there and deal with it. I'm not sure why you rejected the $100.
He didn't even offer that. It was a lie, Your Honor.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So can the cabbie snatch the guy's cell phone as collateral?
Why not?
I don't think he could do it at all because I feel like maybe he didn't drive it the correct way.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Let's say he drove the correct way. Let's say everything was fine. Is he still allowed to take somebody's property to secure payment and kind of strong-arm the guy?
No, he can't do that. He has to file for it. He has to file a small...
Anybody think he can do it? Anybody think, why not?
Well, I think it's kind of something that, you would think that as...
I call it like a crime?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, it's like a crime going inside the courtroom.
So, what do I think that this case is worth above and beyond the $25 fee? I think that he owes you another $100 for wasting your time because you probably ended up about 4 fares out while you were standing there waiting for the police to do whatever it is that they had to do. So I'm going to order you to pay him $100. That's my judgment.
Well, it wasn't a total loss for the cabbie. He was able to come out of this with a $100 award. What's your feeling on that?
Well, I was really disappointed. The reason I came to this country for the system justice here. and I didn't get what
Well,
I deserved.
the system requires proof, and proving it is difficult for you. It was difficult to prove.
My parcel got broken.
I know, but why did you tell the police? Why isn't it on the police report?
But they didn't put it in the police report.
What's the judge supposed to do if it's not in there?
But it's obviously there's injuries in the police report. It says the injuries in there and everything. I mean, all this police report is totally on my side. But I'm
tough
really
job.
disappointed.
Driving a cab is a tough job.
Yeah,
sometimes,
I make a lot of people don't know how good they have it here in this country.
Yeah. All right. Well, good luck to you.
I work hard for my money.
I know you do.
And look what happened.
Well, keep working hard. All right. All right. Step on in here. What about this?
I pretty much don't have really any comment at this time. It kind of speaks for itself, what was said today.
Well, the judge did say, though, that she's pretty convinced you did try to stiff the guy.
Yeah, and nothing would have ever happened if you would have just let me get into my place before running after me to get my phone. So,
yeah. You should have taken the 100, huh?
Yeah.
Harvey?
I got to tell you, if you are injured, you should tell the cops on the scene and see a doctor the next day to establish what your injury is, and then maintain records on everything from how you feel, the pain and suffering, and whatnot. It will serve you well in the end. We'll do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
This episode is brought to you by FX's Love Story, John F. Kennedy Jr. and Carolyn Bessette. Join host Evan Ross Katz on the official podcast for FX's new series, Love Story, John F. Kennedy Jr. and Carolyn Bessette, and go behind the scenes with cast and special guests, featuring Sarah Pigeon, Paul Anthony Kelly, Grace Gummer, and Naomi Watts. FX's Love Story, John F. Kennedy Jr. and Carolyn Bessette, wherever you listen to podcasts.
This episode is brought to you by Redfin. You're listening to a podcast, which means you're probably multitasking. Maybe even scrolling home listings on Redfin, saving homes without expecting to get them. But Redfin isn't just built for endless browsing. It's built to help you find and own a home. With agents who close twice as many deals, when you find the one, you've got a real shot at getting it. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
This is the plaintiff, Michael Schmidt. He says he bought a couch from the defendant's store, and after a short amount of time, the cushions began to peel. The defendant told him the couch was leather, but he took it to an upholsterer who told him it was in fact not real leather. That cheap thing was man-made. It was a piece of junk, and he wants his $2,250 returned. This is the defendant, Gregory. He says he special ordered this couch for the plaintiff, and now 5 years later, the guy's complaining and demanding a refund. Come on. First of all, the couch he sold the plaintiff is leather. Secondly, who knows how he abused the thing in the last 5 years. And thirdly, no refunds on used merchandise. End of story. He's accused of couching the issue.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff says he got defrauded by thinking that he was getting a leather sofa, but says he just didn't get the goods. The defendant says plaintiff is crazy. It's leather, and he waited 5 years to complain. It's the case of fee-fi, you sell faux sofas.
Douglas, Michael Schmidt?
Yes.
You are suing the defendant's furniture company. You've asked us not to use your last name or the name of the furniture company, so we'll just call you Gregory. You're the owner?
Yes.
All right. For $2,250, the amount that you paid for a couch 5 years ago, that you are suing him for now because you watched the People's Court.
Correct.
There you go. This is like my greatest fear, is that I'm making people go to court that weren't thinking about court beforehand. They were perfectly at peace in their home. And then all of a sudden they're like, I want to fight. Okay, talk to me, Mr. Schmidt. What's going on?
Hi, how you doing, Your Honor? All right, around August I came back. I was back from Miami. I tried to move back to my own place, and I needed a leather sofa. So a friend of mine referred me to the store. I went in there and was looking for a leather sofa. And showed me a few things, you know, and showed me something particular that I liked. It was part material, part leather. I said, listen, can we make this all leather? He goes, no problem, let me call the company. The name of the company was American Eagle. That's a manufacturer company. So he called the company, he goes, no problem, they're making all leather. And they told me the price is going to be $2,250. And he goes, it'll take around approximately 8 to 10 weeks to have it ready.
Okay,
problem.
let me see your original
I
contract.
got this is the receipt. Thank you.
And does it say bonded leather or genuine leather? What's it say?
It says special order. All right, for $2,250. All right.
And it doesn't even have your name. It just says Mike.
Yeah, well.
Doesn't even have your full name. Sectional set. Doesn't say what brand.
It's the
Doesn't
model
say
number.
the size. Doesn't say the color. Doesn't say the material. Did you notice all that before now?
No, well, I just, because that was referred me to by somebody else.
So what? What does that have to do with it? When you make a $2,000-something purchase, pay attention and make sure that the details in your, this is essentially your contract.
I agree.
And you see, it helps that side when they're really vague, because then what are you going to sue on? But you can't let that side be vague. You've got to insist on as many details as possible. The manufacturer, the material, the size, the specific color, because brown isn't enough. Espresso dark cherry brown, whatever the heck the manufacturer calls it. So you know you're getting exactly what you eyeballed, right?
But does it say special
And if it's
order?
leather, it doesn't even say leather, but if it's leather, don't let a company just say leather. You force them to say whether it's bonded leather or whether it's genuine leather. That's the case you saw, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Because
That's
there's
exactly
a
what it
difference.
was.
And what's the difference between bonded leather and genuine leather?
Difference is one genuine leather, one bonded. Bonded, it's part of leather, part of synthetic.
Right. It's little pieces of excess leather kind of melted together with a lot of plastic. And then what's genuine leather?
It's a real leather.
Hide. It's the hide of the animal. It's the actual pieces of hide of the animal. So which do you think is more expensive?
The hide, of course.
Of course. So shouldn't you know what you're buying,
Well,
whether
if
you're buying one or buying the other?
$2,250 for sofa, it's I mean, common sense to me. I don't know if
I
it's,
don't know. I'd have to know the manufacturer.
I agree with you. It's
You know what I'm
American
saying?
Eagle.
Like, I'd have to know the manufacturer. What manufacturer was this?
American Eagle.
Why does the receipt that he have not have his last name, not have a color, not have a brand, not have the word leather, not say whether it's bonded or genuine? Why is it like this?
I don't know why it was written this way, but he saw that couch on the floor.
Did you write it?
It was not on the floor. Yohan, it was not on the floor.
Hold on. Did you write it?
No.
Okay. So why are you who wrote it? Do you know from the handwriting?
I need to look.
Yeah.
Yohan, he's not
Hold
the
on.
person. Okay.
I think one of the salesmen working.
Well,
he wrote this.
I know that much, but do you know which salesman it was?
I think Chris.
Okay, does he still work for you?
Yes.
Maybe you need to train him, because why would he write a receipt that looks like that? I mean, that's not professional, but you know it's not professional when you got it. It's kind of like,
Now
I'd
I
be worried
know.
already about this. So according to you, you did not see it on the floor.
It was not on the floor. It
Okay, but you did use it for 5 years. Where's the couch now?
It's in the garbage, and I got a piece of it still here.
How are you going to return the couch if it's in the garbage?
Well,
Let me see the piece. Why do you have a piece of it?
For you to see it.
Wait a minute. According to your complaint,
Yeah. Well,
you got rid of it a while ago.
No, it's not. That's not correct. I got rid of it, but I saved a piece for the court, and I took a piece to a place.
When did you get rid of the couch?
Right before, maybe 3 weeks ago, I got a new sofa set from Macy's.
If you knew you were going to court, why would you throw out the couch?
What am I gonna do with it? I got a one-bedroom apartment. I got no place to put it. I got
Let me
pictures
see
of it.
let me see the piece.
But here we
And
go.
let me see the pictures.
Here we go. I didn't realize it until 2 years later I started doing this, and I thought that was like a normal occurrence with this leather. I never had a leather sofa before.
You thought that this was a normal occurrence?
I never had a leather sofa before.
Did you know any? Have you known a cow in your life? Have you ever seen a cow do this?
I drank milk.
Did you?
But I never had a cow.
Did you know any humans who came to your house and said, "Oye," when they saw your couch, like, dude, wow. Can you hand that to him?
That's a piece of it. You can see it.
Yeah. So talk to me about that. What's going on there?
I don't know where is that from. I have no idea what it is.
Well, he says it's from this, and it looks to be from this picture. This is the picture of the couch, and this looks like the couch that is in this American Eagle, so it all kind of links up. So maybe I can help you figure out what you sold him.
It's no way the sofa is going to be like this for normal conditions. I think this customer has a large dog in his house.
I don't care if you have a large dog. That's either leather or it's not, right?
No. But this
What
is...
is that? Is that bonded leather or is it leather?
If you order a leather sofa, is bonded leather the same? Can they give you bonded leather?
No, it's got to be in the contract somewhere in the fine print that it's bonded leather.
So if it doesn't say bonded,
I would sue. I would sue.
What about that, ma'am?
I would too. It should say it.
And if it doesn't say it, you're not allowed. The merchant can't say give away bonded leather.
Absolutely not.
Okay, no doubt down here going inside the courtroom.
You don't know what you sold them?
I don't know.
It's in front of you. What is that? Bonded leather or leather?
This is fabric, some kind.
Right. That's so.
This is not a bonded leather.
It's not even bonded leather?
No, this is a pillow. This is I don't know where is it from. This is not part of couch.
Don't play dumb though, because that's going to really make me angry, and it really makes you look bad. That is a piece of the couch. That is the part that you put your back rests on. You could tell by the Velcro in the back holding on to it.
Yeah, this is a pillow.
Okay, then it's a pillow. Touch the brown part, touch the fabric part. Tell me what's going on there. What is that material?
This is a fabric. This is some kind of fabric.
What's the brown part?
This?
Yeah.
This is some kind of vinyl on the top. I have no idea. This is not a bonded leather.
It's not even bonded leather.
I don't know what it is.
Now, you have a contract that doesn't even say leather.
I agree.
Okay, so how are you going to prove that what they sold, what are you saying? They told you it was going to be leather?
Of course.
Okay, and how are you going to prove to us that that's what they told you?
I have recording with the customer that I spoke. He's one of his salesmen. I spoke to what happened after.
Who's the salesman you spoke to?
The thing is Chris, the guy that I dealt with. I realized that maybe after the show, a few weeks later, I went to the store with my wife. And I had a conversation with him. I said, listen, he recognized me, he knew exactly who I was, and he kept arguing with me that there was 100% leather he sold me. So what I did, I picked my phone, and I recorded the conversation.
So you recorded him without telling him?
Yep.
All right, well, you're in the state of New York. In the state of Florida, you'd be arrested for a third-degree felony, but you're in the state of New York, which is a one-party consent state. Every state has different rules, so you're allowed to do that. So go ahead and let me hear it.
And you could okay, give me a second. Let me pull this up.
100% leather will not do that in 5 years. Impossible.
4 years.
It must be like a percentage of leather, not 100%. There's no way.
You know what she said? She saw the same thing. She saw what she told me. Saw People's Court.
Yeah, the same thing happened to the guy. Same situation, and it was only 17% leather, but they told me it was 100% leather too.
Was 70% leather?
70%.
Anyway, let me just say that this is not the last leather couch you're gonna buy in your lifetime. You're gonna have maybe like 100 more. You know, so you're gonna see when the next one you buy, what's gonna happen after 5 years.
Because I know people that own real leather, and they've had it for years, and I've never seen anything like that. Never.
Everybody has different use.
But it all might be different. It might not be 100% leather. That's what I'm saying.
It is 100% leather. Oh, it's leather for sure. Okay. Yeah, that's how the factory makes them all the time.
So? What's your salesman telling him?
He because our bill reflects that we ordered 100% leather. That's what we ordered.
Your bill doesn't reflect that. Show this to him, please. This is this gentleman's receipt. It just says sectional. It doesn't say anything else. But I've got you already looking at that and saying this is like a vinyl. This isn't even bonded leather. This is a vinyl. How much more evidence do we need that you're selling somebody something and saying it's leather? Now, I understand that he didn't just buy this couch. He bought it and used it for 5 years. So this is not the case his wife saw. Okay, this is a different case. But how much more evidence do we need that your salesman is pitching it as leather and you just said it was vinyl?
We bought from the company as leather, and we pay as leather.
First of all, you just looked at it and said that it was vinyl. I'm looking at it, and I know it's garbage. It's not leather. I've had leather. I know how leather cracks. I have bought many leather couches, and I hope, as Chris, your salesman, says, I will buy other leather couches. I understand that I cannot expect that cow to hold up to kids and dogs and husbands watching football for 25 years. But you know what? It holds up. Holds up a lot longer than this, and it doesn't fade like that. That's fabric. You sold him leather, you gave him fabric. Now, you used it for 5 years. So if you think this is the same case your wife saw, you're mistaken. I'm going to order a partial return of the purchase price based on what I'm seeing. So I'm going to order you to repay $750 to the plaintiff. Verdict for the plaintiff.
Well, the couch guy comes out of the courtroom having lost this case. What happened?
I don't know what happened. And we sold him what he is, what he showed. I have no idea what it is. But I respect the judge's decision.
Well, of course, but how do you know that what that person is buying is being delivered? You know, if he buys leather, how do you know that you're not giving him vinyl?
Well, because he was happy for 5 years. And
yeah, until that happened.
He likes it. Well, that happened because he has a big dog. Happened to anything.
Right. Well, that's not leather, right?
I have no idea where it's from even. And maybe it's not from couch he bought from us.
Mm-hmm. So you still don't think you did anything wrong?
We didn't do anything wrong.
Mm-hmm. All right, right down this way.
Right, sir. Right this way, please.
Step on in here. Nice, real nice couch there. Here, come on in here. You didn't get everything you sued for, though. It's a 5-year-old couch.
Unfortunately not, but you know what, it's a matter of principle. And, you know, if you're going to buy furniture, buy from the department store. You know, that's pretty much it.
Do you have a big dog that...
I do have a big dog, but,
right?
yeah, but...
Does the dog jump on the couch a lot?
Jump is too old to be jumping.
All right. Harvey?
Got to tell you, when you buy custom sofas or whatever it is, you should get samples of the fabric, and you should also take photos of the item. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
There's a world where legends race across city skylines, romance blossoms in glittering ballrooms, and there's magic around every corner. It's a world known to many as Great Britain. You've seen the action on screen. Now visit the real star of the show. Visit Great Britain. To discover more, go to tripadvisor.com/Great Britain.
This is the plaintiff, Alexis Andrus. She says her friend, the defendant, drove her car into a brick wall and an old lady. Now she's having one heck of a time collecting money for all the damages the girl caused. This whole thing's been one big nightmare for her. The defendant's now threatening and harassing her on Twitter, and she just wants the madness to stop. She's suing for $3,000, the amount owed. This is the defendant, Stephanie. She says the plaintiff got in the car, threw her dog in the back seat in the middle of a turn, yelled at her, and she panicked. She ended up taking her eyes off the road for a split second, and she hit a wall and a person. She doesn't feel she owes the plaintiff anything because the accident was her fault, because she distracted her, and she thinks the judge will agree. She's accused of hitting the wall with a friend.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket, the plaintiff says the defendant drove her car into a brick wall and hit an old lady. The defendant says the accident happened because the plaintiff yelled at her in the car. It's the case of never hit a woman or a wall.
Alexis and Edward Andrus?
Edward is my grandfather.
Okay. And the car is under his name?
Yeah.
As well as yours?
He signed a paper so we could be
giving you power of attorney.
Yeah.
Okay. Alexis and Edward Andrus, you are suing Stephanie. You've asked us just to refer to you by your first name for $3,000 to repair your car because, according to you, Stephanie crashed it. Tell me what happened.
She picked me up from work.
Why?
I was recently dropped from school, and I was like crying.
Dropped from financial aid or for
dropped
grades?
from school for my grades.
Okay.
And I called Stephanie and I asked her to come pick me up from work because I left the keys left my keys with her at her apartment.
Okay.
And she picked me up and...
Now, in your complaint, you say, I had found out that I was dropped from school and I was crying, so I called her and asked her to get my keys and come pick me up and take me to the financial aid office. Is that right?
Yes, because I thought it was
financial aid. So she was picking you up in order to take her to the financial aid office to try to what?
To try to talk to the school because that's where they told me to go to.
But I thought you were dropped for grades.
I was.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know that at the time. I thought it was because of my financial aid.
Okay.
So she picked me up. She had the puppy in the car. I put the puppy in the back seat and...
When did you put the puppy in the back seat?
Like a few seconds after I got in the car. Because he was hopping...
before she pulls out?
Yeah. And because he was hopping around, so I put him in the back seat. And I put my head down because I was crying, and when I looked up, there was a brick wall. And I asked...
How far away from where she picked you up did the accident?
Not even a block away.
Okay.
And I looked up, and there was a brick wall, and I got out when I finally got out the car, I was like, what happened? She was like, I turned around and looked at Max, and that's the puppy. And there was an old lady on the floor.
You hit the old lady?
She hopped the curb.
She hit the old lady?
Yeah, she hopped the curb and hit the old lady and hit the brick wall.
Oh, my gosh. What happened?
So my dog was asleep. She actually had my dog on her. She didn't, before we pulled off, she still had my dog on her lap. When I was actually turning the corner, when I got into the car accident, she threw my dog in the back because she was upset and he was jumping around. So she threw him, and when she threw him, I looked back. When I looked back to my eyes of the road for quick seconds, and we just
smashed into a human?
When she started panicking,
How is the lady? How's the lady?
She had scrapes on her knees, and that was
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. All right. So, and was she, how old, when you say elderly?
She was elderly.
What's elderly?
Probably like...
Don't be very careful, ladies. Very careful.
Probably like 60s.
Yeah, you better say higher. All right. So in any event, she's all right. She doesn't go to the hospital or anything.
Right there and then when I asked her if she needed an ambulance, she said no. She actually got up and left.
Oh,
the police came and they was asking for descriptions, and they found her eventually later on.
Okay, is she suing you or you don't know?
She's not suing me.
Okay. So you had a car accident because you took your eyes off the road to pay attention to the dog, hit a wall and while you were driving her car, and hit a person. Okay, why am I here?
At first, I wanted
What's your defense? I guess I'm trying to figure it out. It's her fault because she threw, quote unquote, the dog in the back?
Yes, and then I wanted to help at first, but then she was telling me different prices. She told me at first it was $6,000, told my other friend it was $3,000.
What kind of car is this?
It's a 2003 Hyundai Sonata.
Yeah, what's the value of
we paid $5,500 for it.
I don't care what you paid for it. What's the Blue Book value today of your used car?
Oh, I don't
that's
know.
the measure of damages in court. If you use a car for 5 years, you don't get to use it for free. So the value that you are entitled to in court when someone damages your property is the depreciated value of the item on the minute that it's damaged. You understand? So if you have a car that's worth $2,000, you don't get to get $3,000 or $5,000 or $7,000 for it because that's what you paid for it or that's what somebody wants to charge you to fix it. You are capped at the total loss value of the vehicle. And we have a method for figuring that out. There's an actual company that's their only business, and they're used by the entire auto industry, is to figure out the value, the market value of a used car. It's called Kelley Blue Book. There's a couple of companies that do it. Did you actually take it in to see if it could get fixed?
Yeah, I have the report right here for it.
Can I ask something else?
Yeah.
Then when we talked about it later on, she started telling me it was $7,000. That's when I started questioning her. I asked her if she could show me any statements, and her mom was supposed to email me. She never emailed me. When I told her if I could see it, she told me I wasn't a mechanic, so she wasn't trying to show me anything.
Why would you guys not show her the stuff?
Because we didn't have it yet. When we got it, I told she was
she ain't gonna pay you until you show her the invoice. I mean.
When I got it, she was like, well, I need a list of parts so I can order them. And I told her
they don't have to agree to let you do it in a chop shop.
That's what she wanted to do.
Yeah, no, they don't have to. They can pick who they want to do it. But, the way this is done is you get a couple of estimates and you show her that this is a legitimate estimate. For example, when Dependable Motors gives you an estimate for $5,700 to fix a car where the Blue Book value is worth $2,000, that is not illegitimate. Maybe that's what they feel it's going to cost to fix a car, but you're not going to get that in court, and you're not going to pay to fix a $2,000 car. You're not going to pay $6,000 to fix it. You're going to buy a new car, right?
So is it a defense that the defendant is saying, I was looking at the plaintiff's dog because the plaintiff's dog is moving, and that's why I hit the wall and the lady?
No, because it's the same as texting and driving. It's better off to pull over and put it in park and deal with the dog.
God, does anybody have anything to add? Because I think she kind of said it all.
They should have put the doggy seatbelt, yeah.
Oh, doggy seatbelt. Gotcha. Okay, going inside the courtroom.
So, is it drivable or no?
No.
Where is it?
It's sitting in our yard at home.
Okay, so when you say that you wanted to work with them, did you ever pay anything for it? Or no, because you couldn't come to terms with what you were supposed to pay?
Yeah, I couldn't pay, I didn't pay anything because they weren't cooperating with me at all.
Okay, and who's they, the mom?
Well, I was talking to Alexis, So
you guys aren't roommates, are you?
No.
We live in the same apartment building.
You live in the same apartment building? How's this stress on your friends? Are you trash talking each other on Facebook? Or do you show some respect? You weren't. Was she?
On Twitter.
On Twitter. What was she saying on Twitter?
She was saying, "Oh, this is gonna make me come out my character. I'm gonna get kicked out. The only way you get kicked out, well, she would get kicked out, is for fighting."
But I said I wasn't.
And then her friend was like, "Who?" And she was like, "Alexis." So they were clearly talking about me.
How old are you?
I just turned 21.
How old are you?
I'm 19.
How many times has a grown-up, an elderly person, told you that say it, forget it, write it, regret it? So you write that down, and now somebody rats you out on the people's court, and the entire nation knows that you're a jerk because you crashed your car, and instead of feeling bad, you don't pay it, and then you trash talk against her on Twitter, right? Don't live your life so publicly. I'm going to order you to pay her the Blue Book value of the car, which is $2,220. That's my verdict judgment for the plaintiff. Pay the lady.
Thank you.
This is the defendant out here in the hallway. Step next to me here, if you would. What's going through your mind here? I mean, it was so obviously your fault, according to the testimony.
It wasn't fully showed that way, but it happens, I guess.
What? I mean, what do you mean?
None of this would have occurred if she wouldn't throw the puppy.
Threw the puppy.
And then I was trying to help.
Well, you're the driver. I mean, you know, the driver's responsible for what goes on in that vehicle.
But she's also responsible for not letting me drive her car.
Okay, and what the judge said about not living your life so publicly, tweeting everything that comes through your head, good idea or bad idea?
It's a good idea.
Okay, all right, around the corner here with Officer McIntosh, okay? All right, step on in here. You know, if you wouldn't have thrown the dog, none of this would have happened. I mean, what's going on here?
I'm just glad I'm getting the car fixed.
Mm-hmm. What about your friendship with...
Doesn't really matter. We're not really friends anymore.
Well, she was the one you called when you had a problem, though, so you must have been pretty good friends at one time.
Yeah, we were, and then...
Just because of this, that whole friendship's over?
Well, the Twitter stuff, too. I was just really threw me off a little bit, so...
Mm-hmm. So are you back in school? Everything cool with you?
Yes, back in school.
All right. Over to Harvey.
You know, the way the law works, you're not allowed to get a windfall when you sue for damage if you're in the right. All you can get is what you're legitimately out. And in a case with a car, you're not out more than the Blue Book value of the car. That's the most the car is worth. So you can't get damages that exceed Blue Book value.
Well, the holidays have come and gone once again, but if you've forgotten to get that special someone in your life a gift, well, Mint Mobile is extending their holiday offer of half off unlimited wireless. So here's the idea. You get it now, you call it an early present for next year. What do you have to lose? Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Limited time 50% off regular price for new customers. Upfront payment required. $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan. Taxes and fees extra. Speeds may slow after 50 gigabytes per month when network is busy. See terms.